Many industries have been hit hard by the coronavirus crisis, including food service. According to the National Restaurant Association, more than 110,000 restaurants and bars have permanently closed throughout the pandemic. But against the odds for some business owners, pursuing their passions is still worth the risk. CBS News digital reporter Jean Song has more.
As many restaurants closed their kitchens for good during the pandemic, Chef Kristi Brown and her son Damon Bomar opened the doors to Communion in Seattle.
When you're on a mission and you know that the mission is beyond you, when you're creating a legacy, you don't get that comfort of saying, oh, not now, I gotta wait. You have to keep going, and that's what we've been doing.
Communion is breaking bread at the Liberty Bank building, which was home to the first Black-owned bank in the Pacific Northwest.
We are one of the first Black-owned restaurants that are back in the neighborhood after a long time. And I think that one of the biggest things is just making people aware that even in a new neighborhood, new developed neighborhood, there's so much rich history that shouldn't be ignored. Communion represents really an ongoing conversation. I think it brings people together at the proverbial table to have conversations that wouldn't normally be able to be had over really good food. And so that's kind of our overarching theme.
Despite countless setbacks she's faced in the process, Chef Kristi is still optimistic about the outlook for small business owners.
I just think that right now is a great time to open up a business, even though, you know, it's so challenging. But I think like with the PPP loan, and there's so many grants out there, and I feel like if it's something that you've been doing and you've been honing your skills and stuff, there's no better time to jump in because there's never going to be a good time. And so I just really do feel like, you know, the timing is what it is. We don't know how the world's going to change.
Likewise, in New York City, Andy Chuang and Eric Z are running full force. The owners of the Taiwanese restaurant 886 spent much of last year serving frontline workers.
We served about 12,000 meals to about 30 hospitals, and that's how we survived through the pandemic. We wanted to share love, and the only way we know how to do that is through food.
They're also expanding with plans to open another location in Brooklyn.
We would always joke, it's either the smartest move or the dumbest move, right? We want to keep the culture and like the diversity of New York alive, and we just thought that we have to play our part. This is our city.
It's this kind of resilience that's keeping the industry in motion.
What I know about food folks is that we reconfigure, we'll water ourselves, and we're growing to something more. So I believe.